Class 12th, Subject Physics, 6th chapter, Superposition of Waves. Superposition of Waves. Let us see the introduction of this chapter. We know that a wave is an oscillatory disturbance traveling through the medium without change of form. A wave is an oscillatory disturbance traveling through the medium without change of form. And we are familiar with different types of waves such as water waves, sound waves, light waves, mechanical waves, electromagnetic waves, etc. A mechanical wave is a disturbance in an elastic medium due to the periodic vibrations of particles of the medium about their respective mean positions. So the mechanical waves are produced due to the periodic vibrations of the particles of that medium about their respective mean positions. Now, in this process, the energy and momentum both are transferred from one particle to another particle. So when there is propagation of the mechanical waves, at that time there is transfer of both energy as well as momentum from one particle to another particle, and thus a wave carries or transfers energy from one point to another point, but there is no transfer of matter or the particles of that medium in which that wave is traveling. So there will be transfer of both energy as well as momentum during the propagation of the mechanical waves, but there will be no transfer of matter or the particles of that medium through which that wave is traveling. Now, electromagnetic waves do not require any material medium for their propagation. So, electromagnetic waves do not require any material medium for their propagation, since they can travel through vacuum also. For example, light waves can travel through medium as well as through the vacuum. Now, these waves are non-mechanical waves. If you consider the electromagnetic waves, then these electromagnetic waves are non-mechanical waves. Now, let us see what are the progressive waves. What are the progressive waves? A wave in which the disturbance produced in the medium travels in a given direction continuously without any damping or destruction or any obstruction from one particle to another particle is called as a progressive wave. So a wave in which the disturbance produced in the medium travels in a given direction continuously without any damping, that is decrease in the amplitude, and obstruction from one particle to another particle, such type of waves are called as the progressive waves. And therefore, if you consider the progressive waves, they are traveling in a given particular direction continuously. Therefore, they are also called as the traveling waves. For example, if you consider the sound waves, so sound waves are the pressure waves, which will be the progressive waves again, consisting of alternate compressions and rarefactions traveling along the direction of propagation of the waves. So if you consider the sound waves are progressive waves, and the sound waves travel in the form of alternate compression and rarefaction through that medium. And therefore, now let us consider the properties of these progressive waves. What are the properties of the progressive waves? So let us see these properties of the progressive waves. First one is each particle of the medium executes same type of vibration. So according to first property, each particle of the medium will execute the same type of vibration, and hence the particles vibrate about their mean positions, performing simple harmonic motion. So when these particles vibrate about their mean position, at that time these particles will perform simple harmonic motion. Second property is all vibrating particles of the medium have same amplitude. They have same amplitude, period and frequency. So when these particles are vibrating, at that time it is observed that all vibrating particles of the medium have same amplitude, period as well as frequency of vibration. Then third property is the phase changes from particle to particle. Phase changes from particle to particle. That means the state of vibration of the particle is called as phase. State of vibration of the particle is called as phase, and therefore the phase, that is the state of vibration of the particles, changes from particle to particle. Then fourth characteristic or the property is no particle remains permanently at rest. No particle remains permanently at rest. That means no particle will remain permanently at rest, and hence each particle comes to rest for a short interval of time. Each particle comes to rest for a short interval of time at the extreme position of their vibrations. So at the extreme position of the vibrations of these particles will come to rest for very short interval of time only. Then fifth characteristic will be particles attain maximum velocity. Particles will attain maximum velocity when they pass through the mean position. So when the particles passes or crosses the mean position of their vibrations, at that time they will attain maximum velocity, and therefore we can say that the particles attain maximum velocity when they pass through their mean position. Then sixth property will be during propagation of waves. During propagation of the waves, energy is transferred. So during the propagation of the waves, energy will get transferred, and therefore during the propagation of these waves, energy is transferred along the wave, and there is no transfer of matter. So if there is transfer of energy, at that time there will be no transfer of matter, that is particles of that medium will not be transferred from one place to another place. Then seventh property, waves propagate through the medium with a certain velocity. So with certain velocity these waves will propagate through the medium, and therefore we can say that the waves propagate through the medium with a certain velocity. This velocity of the wave will depend upon the properties of the medium. So depending upon the nature of the medium, the velocity will change, and therefore velocity of that wave will depend upon the nature of the medium or the properties of the medium. Then eighth property will be the progressive waves are of two types. The progressive waves are of two types, that is transverse waves and longitudinal waves. Transverse waves and longitudinal waves. So diagrammatically, transverse waves and longitudinal waves are as shown. So in case of transverse wave, there will be up and downs, that is there will be formation of alternate crust and trough, crust and then further trough. So this convex part will be called as crust, this concave part will be called as trough. Similarly, longitudinal waves will be again having two parts, that is rarefaction and compression. Here the particles are widely separated, therefore it will be the rarefaction, and here the particles are close to each other, therefore it will be the compression. And therefore in this way the transverse wave will be having alternate crust and trough. So while in case of longitudinal waves there will be alternate rarefaction and compression. And therefore if you consider the transverse waves, so in case of transverse waves, if we consider these properties, then let us consider the ninth property regarding transverse and longitudinal nature. In transverse waves, in case of transverse waves, the vibrations of the particles are perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the waves. So in case of transverse waves, the vibrations of the particles of the medium are always perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of these waves, and therefore we define transverse waves as the waves in which the particles of the medium vibrate in a direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. While in case of longitudinal waves, the vibrations of the particle are always parallel to the direction of propagation of the wave. That means in case of longitudinal waves, the vibrations will be parallel to the direction of propagation of the wave, and therefore we define longitudinal waves as the waves in which the particles of the medium vibrate in a direction parallel to the direction of propagation of the waves. So in this way, in case of transverse waves, the vibrations will be perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. That means if the wave is traveling along x direction, the vibrations of the particle will be along y direction. So in case of longitudinal waves, the direction of propagation of the wave and the vibrations of the particles will be along same direction. If that wave is traveling along x-axis, the vibrations of the particles will be also along the same x-axis. Then next one property, that is mechanical waves can propagate through solids. Mechanical waves can propagate through solids, and therefore in this way, as the mechanical waves can propagate through the solids, but we can say that only longitudinal waves can pass through the liquids. Only longitudinal waves can pass through the fluids, that is the liquids. So in this way, these are some of the properties of the progressive waves. And now let us see in short what is actually the equation of these mechanical waves. Equation of mechanical waves. So in order to state that equation for mechanical waves, let us consider the mechanical wave. So when that mechanical wave passes through any elastic medium, the displacement at any position of that particle of the medium will be given as. So suppose that position is x, time is t, and therefore when a mechanical wave passes through an elastic medium, the displacement of any particle of the medium at a point x at time t will be given as. So x is the position and t is the time. At that time yxt will be equal to f of x minus vt. So displacement at any point x at any time t will be equal to function of x minus vt. X minus vt, where phi will represent the velocity of that wave, where phi is the velocity or speed at which that disturbance travels through the medium. So phi is the speed of that wave. Now it will be written as, so the first equation will be now written as in proper form, yxt will be equal to a sin kx minus omega t, a sin kx minus omega t, where a represents amplitude of that wave and k is the propagation constant, k is propagation constant, which is given as 2 pi by lambda. K is equal to 2 pi by lambda, that is also called as the wave number with lambda as the wavelength. 2 pi by lambda, that is constant k, equal to 2 pi by lambda, that is the wave number with wavelength lambda. So if you consider this second equation, that is yxt equal to a sin kx minus omega t, then this equation will be the equation of the mechanical waves if it is traveling along positive direction of x axis. If that wave is traveling along positive x axis, that is along the positive direction of x axis, then equation will be yxt equal to a sin kx minus omega t. But instead of that, if that wave is traveling along negative direction of x axis, then yxt will be given as a sin kx plus omega t, and therefore yxt equal to a sin kx plus omega t, it will represent the equation of that mechanical wave when it is traveling along negative x axis. So if it is traveling along negative direction of x axis, this will be the equation. So this equation will represent equation of mechanical waves traveling along positive direction of x axis, and this will be the mechanical wave traveling along negative direction of x axis. So this will be the equation of mechanical waves.